Hey guys, been looking back at some old videos and really happy about the reception my 10 lies about Airsoft video got. Sparked a lot of great discussion in the comments and was honestly a fun video to make. I mean, I get to ramble to you guys, so that's already a good time for me. But are there any more lies or myths, misconceptions, or iffy claims to be dug up around Airsoft? Of course. So why not? Let's do this. 10 more lies about Airsoft. Okay, first off, before anyone gets upset at me for saying this, I'm talking about the marketing ploy of upselling that full metal body airsoft gun. Honestly, full metal stuff is just heavier, sharper, more stiff, more expensive. Yes, a plastic body AK would be weird, so yes, if I were buying an AK airsoft gun, it would be wood and metal. Or maybe one of those really modern ones with the rail space that are a mix of metal and polymer. Polymer is lighter, durable, and helps your arm muscles not feel pain after a long day of lugging around an airsoft gun the same weight as a cinder block. Metal is cool, but it ain't better. And polymer ain't better either. There's no real out on the airsoft field advantage to a metal body airsoft gun worth your monetary loss at the airsoft shop. Sure, an all metal body will survive when you go face first into a tree stump, but why are you going face first into a tree stump in the first place? Just try running like a normal human. If the airsoft gun feels good in your hands, you like the design, and the extra weight of a metal body isn't annoying you, cool. You should be at the field rocking a muscle shirt and red bandana flexing on the beta riffraff eating BBs off the ground. Unless we're talking about night vision goggles, there's nothing wrong with buying a cheaper airsoft gun first, then a nicer, more expensive one later down the road. Same goes for clothing. I wear $40 motorcycle pants with the knee pads. Eventually, they're gonna get torn up and I'll buy another cheapish pair of pants when they do. I don't want to buy $120 gloves. I also don't want to buy $300 pants. The only thing you really want to buy once, regardless of cost, is positively reviewed, reliable eye protection. Now, you should still be thoughtful with where your money is going. Think about what airsoft will be like for you down the road and the longevity of your equipment. You'll save a few bucks if you plan ahead, do a little research, or just look where the best deals are. Sometimes, yes, you should consider buying the nicest version of something once, rather than buying several cheaper versions of the same thing over a stretch of time. You gotta find that balance. You're allowed to cheap out on a few things and, save a little money. Airsoft is expensive enough as it is. Stretch out those dollars, my guy. This is so not true. Do you know how many old geezers play at my field and have a great time? Sorry, I mean well-seasoned individuals with vast knowledge and know-how. We got guys pushing 60 at my field just having a blast. Sure, they don't sprint around or flail over stumps and tree roots, but they're otherwise damn good at what they do. They're more chill and just enjoy fitting in with their other similar age buds. And you know what? Airsoft definitely keeps them feeling young, and you gotta respect that. And yeah, they fit right in with the young guys too. It's never too late to start airsoft. Just gotta know your limits and get tactical. There's also no expiration date on when you have to stop playing airsoft. That's strictly up to your mind and body. Nope. We spend most of our time editing out our deaths as well. Some of us also get carried away with painting pictures of the field which are just false, or in rare cases, staging games or scenarios for the clicks. We're not bad people, and I personally enjoy meeting people at the field who like telling me they enjoy my content, but otherwise, I'm not above anyone at the field. I don't expect to get special treatment, and I don't expect others to do as I say in order to get the best footage. And I certainly know far less about airsoft than many of the regulars that go to my field. I know stuff about HPA. I can help people get started with airsoft and help point newbies in the right direction. And yeah, I got decent tactics and can big brain out on the field sometimes. But yeah, people who make content online are usually just like everyone else. Or they can be really shitty people. Unfortunately not true. At least, not normally straight out of the box. Yes, snipers can get some tight air seal and are usually designed to lift heavy BBs, but a consistent energy source like HPA paired with a nicely tuned hop-up and barrel length and bore size of one's preference is more than enough to lift and push any BB weight out of a non-sniper airsoft gun. My gun can push 250 to 300 feet if I'm arcing, and it's not even R-hopped. Flat hop works wonders, and I can put more BBs downrange quicker than a bolt action. Choosing to be a sniper really is just a preference thing. It's very satisfying to take a one-shot, one-kill in a finely tuned, accurate sniper. It just usually takes a couple upgrades and some patience first. Most people who start sniping end up switching to a DMR-style loadout, and they end up ditching the bolt action to semi-auto. They still get the range, but with more customizable parts. True snipers stick around because they simply love the feeling of sniping, and that is great. M4s are the most plentiful type of airsoft gun, and they have the most aftermarket parts. This one depends on how you want to define best. Are they the best because you can take a crappy M4 and completely upgrade it internally and externally? Or are they the best straight out of the box without upgrades? There's a lot of subpar or bare bones M4s, and there's also a lot of nicely built, durable, or high-techy, flashy guns that are not M4s. I think it's more important that you take a look at an airsoft gun you are most interested in, rather than going with the gun that comes with training wheels, which would be the M4. But still do your research. You might like the FAMAS bullpup, but when you realize they have really crappy magazines, or it's got some really strange proprietary hop-up chamber, you might need to compromise somewhere. But this doesn't mean that M4s are the best. Some non-M4 style airsoft guns are beasts out of the box. I don't think they deserve to be discredited by some all-encompassing statement like, yeah, but M4s are just the best. M4s are just the meta, and we, the consumer, are ironically to blame for the overwhelming support the M4 gets in the airsoft market. Give that other gun a chance, and you might be surprised. I think everyone should know exactly how to take their gun apart. The last thing you want to be is reliant on others to fix your gun problems, or even just something as simple as taking your hop-up apart and cleaning your barrel. You don't specifically need to know how to take your gearbox apart and do intensive upgrades, but something like that is, in my eyes, a rite of passage at some stage in an airsofter's life. You should know how to fix immediate problems surrounding your hop-up, or even just loose, jangly bits on your gun. Get familiar with your airsoft gun. Otherwise, little things about your airsoft gun you would otherwise easily be able to overcome will frustrate you and might ruin airsoft for you. I think having the skill to completely take apart your airsoft gun really helps develop some problem-solving skills you might appreciate down the road. Do it when you're ready, have a reason to do so, and be sure to watch breakdown videos on YouTube about your gun before you get too far ahead of yourself. This is just not true. I think the elitists who like to pretend or roleplay as Alpha Squad, Elite Zero Dark 69 Fireteam, Kill Switch engaged with the Buddy Mag strapped firmly to their crotch, they may not appreciate you wearing a nurse outfit with 2 Uzis. But hey, if that's the airsoft fantasy you want to live in, I ain't gonna stop you. I got a stuffed prairie dog plushie wearing mini iPro in my backpack. I got plastic bullets on my helmet. I'm using an M4 I turned into a bullpup using screws and mending plates off Amazon. Pretty sure I'm breaking some cardinal rules here when it comes to realism. I also think it would be pretty boring if we all had a mandatory dress code for airsoft. Don't worry about what other people think about your kit. Rock it. I think owning your airsoft style commands respect and mad props. Honestly, the more physical gear you have on your person, the more clumsy you're going to be out on the field. Like, it's one thing to be prepared for everything, sure, but you really got to ask yourself, do I really need a parachute? Sure, maybe if you're skydiving, but we're rushing B, on foot. Some parts of one's kit are for show, that much is certain, more on that later, but damn, I see some guys at the field with like 19 pouches just crammed full of stuff for a 15 to 30 minute game. Playing in a multi-day milsim is one thing, but for everything else, gearing down and making yourself thin and mobile is way more important than packing a rucksack for a 20-minute game. Leave that stuff in the car. Unless, of course, you're strictly doing it for the look. That is different, and I respect that. I think for people just starting Airsoft, it's common to over-prepare and overdress for the occasion. That's more what I'm talking about. You'd be surprised how little you need to actually play Airsoft. And sometimes you don't realize that until you've started consistently playing. Everything else is just a balancing act of adding flavor to your kit. And no, I don't need 12 grenades on my body for a 20-minute game. I've learned through playing, just one will do. Oh yes. Yes it is. Airsoft is a hobby designed for peacocks like you and me. Don't deny it. You love being noticed. You love it when people compliment your fancy airsoft gun. You love it when they like your camo. And yes, I know, you love to show off your lewd anime waifu patches. I don't even want to hear your argument, you plastic slinging weeb. Nah, but seriously, I don't think Airsoft would have survived this long if it weren't for the amount of flashy new things we constantly keep buying and showing off to our friends at the field. That's just the nature of things here. Alright guys, 10 more lies about Airsoft. What do you think about what I've had to say in this video? Do you agree? Any more points to make? I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. Drop a sub if you have an anime patch collection. And don't lie, I know you have one. It'll also help me figure out which one of you might need adult supervision at the field. Alright, see you guys next time.